There is finally a 35mm f1.4 in RF mount from Canon. All the details right now.
You're watching CineD, supported by B&H and CVP.
Hey everybody, Graham Ehlers-Sheldon here. I'm in Canon Burbank, joined by Ryan from Canon to talk about the brand new 35mm f1.4 L-series in RF mount. Now, people have been asking for this for a bit now.
Yeah. There's been some anticipation of this particular lens, to say the least.
Well, and it completes the classic trio, if you will. You already have a 50, you already have an 85, and now the 35.
Yeah, that's right. So this is an RF mount 35mm and a 1.4, and VCM is in the name, and that stands for Voice Coil Motor. So we actually have a slightly different new autofocus motor on this lens. Yeah, it's actually a very strong motor that's in a very, very compact size, and due to the optical design of this lens, there's some pretty heavy elements right there in the middle that's used for focusing, and we needed actually a new motor drive in order to make that work. But it's a beautiful lens, and it's amazing performance.
Well, you mentioned there's a lot going on under the hood there, but it isn't too heavy. I was messing around with it earlier.
Yeah, it's a little over a pound, and that 1.4 aperture, while incredibly fast, that keeps the weight down. So this is actually one of the lightest 35mm 1.4s in the industry.
Very cool. Now, coming at it from a look perspective, being a filmmaker myself, so it's a similar sort of look and character to like your short flange RF Cine primes? Is that do they play well together or not so much?
Yeah. I mean, this is a different optical design. This obviously incorporates autofocus into it, so it's not as manual operation. But this lens for video is incredible. The focus breathing has been really minimized on it. The wonderful coatings, the AirSphere coatings that's on it really minimizes any kind of ghosting, things like that. And what's really exciting about this lens is for the first time we can actually say that this lens is part of an upcoming series of fast, fixed focal length hybrid lenses designed for video and photo.
Okay, that's hard. Fast fixed focal length. You did a great job with that. So now I'm coming at this from the filmmaking perspective. Obviously, your RF Cine primes don't have autofocus, but in terms of just sort of color cast and flare handling, a similar sort of look to them, character them?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you could totally utilize both this lens and one of our CineD or CNR primes along with it. The cinema lenses traditionally have a little bit warmer of a color balance. But I think it's minimal to the point where you can absolutely finesse the footage to match 100%. And with the improved reduction of focus breathing, this really can operate a lot like a Cine Prime.
Well, what about the iris control? And then there's a customizable button on the side. What have people been using that button for? I guess take that in whatever order you want.
Yeah, sure. So the button, I mean, those custom buttons on the lenses have traditionally been reserved for longer, the white L-series lenses, so you can use it in sports and stuff. But now we just incorporated one on this tiny lens, and you can actually assign any function that you want to it, and as well as the iris ring is a manual iris, and that's for when you're shooting video.
Okay, Ryan, last question, pricing and availability.
So this is coming in at $14.99, and it's going to be shipping in July.
Ooh, okay, shipping soon. Okay, that does it for us here at Canon Burbank. If you haven't seen the other Canon videos coming out of the event today, I encourage you to check that out. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. That would be super cool. Thanks, everybody.